Right. So this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 39, verse 1. It reads, "But he that giveth his mind to the Lord of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecy."
All right, the wisdom of all the ancient. All right, that's talking about right, actually like being like diligent, when you're like into these scriptures. All right, because there's also like reading like being into those books like the books of First Kings to like Second Chronicles, which has there's like a lot of like there's a lot of like good stuff in there, but there's also a lot of like it's like so-called like tedious things that are like that you need to learn as far as like genealogies, like who begat who and all that. All right, because that's another thing. Like if you're not grounded in that, like there's stumbling blocks that can take you out of this truth. All right, and prophecy. All right, they're gonna know about because we were talking about the pen over here. All right, the chip. All right, the beast. All right, and all that, and like relating to that, Britain opting out of the EU. All right, about like the martial law. All these things are about to happen. All right, people, for the most part, like there are people outside of the elect that know these things are about to happen. All right, but then you just have these just like dumbasses out here, that just don't. They're just like doing their own thing, whether it be, just like partying all the time, and what have you. All right, but yeah.
This is Romans 15:4. "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning,
Beautiful.
that we through patience and comfort of the scripture might have hope."
Yeah, through the scriptures, those things. Of course, like that Edomite was talking about. Yeah, that Bible was published in 14 or whatever. All right, that was a long time ago. That doesn't mean that didn't happen and it doesn't apply. All right, that's how we know. All right, about the slavery prophecies. All right, the basics. All right, the color of our Lord. All right, and the things to come that are right around the corner. All right, because we have teachers that teach us properly. All right, and just like in school, you have schoolwork and then you have homework. Like you might watch the videos like at the library or whatever. All right, but then like after, before and after, like you go to watch videos. All right, that's kind of like going into a classroom. All right, and each topic of prophecy might be like just like a different subject. All right, but then like you study before. All right, and then like afterwards, like you have you might be into a regimen where you have like so many like books or like precepts you're gonna look up, definitions you're gonna look up. All right, and even like the apostles like assign like homework assignments that keep you sharp. All right, but that's like being occupied.
It's Revelations 1:3. "Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein.
Yeah.
For the time is at hand."
All right, so yeah, and the other thing is just like practicing like what you study and preach. All right, that's the other
Right.
because it's even like more than that. Like you have so I've seen like people who have like all these like all this knowledge just like bug out and like disappear. Like the old head of like the Texas camp, like he's out. Like Ayash Amath was like really sharp with the scriptures at one point. Right, that guy that committed adultery, like he was really fast with like pulling out scriptures. All right, just a lot, because like that's not the only thing. All right, you also have to have all right, that spirit of like humility and like as well as like faith.
Right. So back to Ecclesiasticus 39 verse 2. "He will keep the saying."
He will keep the yeah.
"He will keep the sayings of the renowned men." where subtle parables are, he will be there also.
All right, not just being like half-assed and saying, yeah, the book of Revelation is locked. We don't have the understanding of that. All right, we don't have the understanding of. Don't worry about that book of Obadiah. All right, that's just commentary.
Right.
All right, and, all right, just things like that. All right, those are subtle parables. All right, that word like subtle means just like very
Sneaky.
yeah. Like you have to be,
Crafty.
yeah.
Like you'll have some Christians say like, yeah, I believe in God, but some parts of the Bible is fairy tales.
Oh, the Holy Trinity, they be like, damn, what's that thing they be saying? They be saying God,
Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Father, Son, Holy
Yeah.
Spirit,
Forget
but
all.
they are one.
They try to act like they're three different deities,
13 and 10.
and they all under the same spirit.
Yeah, Matthew 13, 10, and 11.
You know, they try to say they are the same thing, but
Right, yeah.
they are different, but under the same spirit.
Matthew 13 and 10. Or Matthew 13 and 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but unto them it is not given.
All right, so you should consider it a blessing there that you like receive this knowledge in the first place. All right, that someone like when someone comes up here like that's an Israelite, we're pretty much like coming into their household, all right, and bidding them, pretty much like bidding them to the marriage. All right, that's a golden opportunity, all right, to receive like the first fruits of the kingdom. All right, and but that's not given to that's not for everybody, like these churches say. All right, and all right, with these parables, all right, those subtle parables, all right, in Sirach it said like someone of the elect, like is going to be able to, they're going to be able to look into it and understand it. All right, let's keep going and just a little bit more.
And where subtle parables are, he will be there also. He will seek out the secrets of graven sentence. I'm gonna read that back. He will seek out the secrets of graven sentence and be conversant in dark parables. He shall serve among great men and appear before princes. He will travel through strange countries, for he has tried the good and the evil among men.
So he's going to have that spirit of discernment. All right, he's just going to be he's going to be spiritually. He's going to be just like a well-rounded and disciplined person. Like he's going to be a soldier basically. All right, and he's going to reap the rewards of his faith and his work.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 12. All things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but I would not be brought under the power of it. Right. Yeah, because, like the brother said, like, you gotta know because we know about good and evil. That's what the tree was all about, the tree of life. And we know the good side and the bad side. And we gotta know what to do and what not to do. Like, can't, so all things is lawful, but everything is not expedient, right? Like we can't do everything that's, right now we want to kill these homosexuals, but it's not the smartest thing to do. Like we want to put to death false doctrine and bigotry, but it's not the right thing to do right now.
It's not the wisest thing.
It's not the wisest thing to do right.
Like multiple wives too.
Oh, yeah, multiple wives.
Why would you do that in Babylon? You know what I'm saying?
Right, especially these women.
It's gonna be even more of a headache.
We give it more of a headache, more of a hassle. And even taking a low. And taking a low is one thing that brothers gotta start doing. We gotta, sometimes just let the Lord justify it, Hey, nigga, shoot some black girl. That's the smart thing to do, man. You get yourself another nation. These black bitches ain't with you, man.
She's an Israelite.
Oh, okay.
She used to stop up here. All right, 1 Corinthians 9:24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. All right, and that was the precept that linked up with Ecclesiasticus 38 and then 39. All right, because it's like Floyd Mayweather. Like that's one example. Like he just doesn't he doesn't, you see him flashing all this money and cars, alright, and women, alright, but if there's a fight coming up, he's I can pretty much assure you that he's not on that type of bullshit. He's in there training. There's a reason why he has all these things. Alright, and as far as people in the world, alright, that I'd always give you that speech you work hard, alright, and you'll get this nice house and all that. That's of course if Satan's dealing with you and all that, alright, but it's not like they did nothing at all to receive that. But the difference is, alright, we're doing that to someone get Matthew 19:27. Alright, but we're also doing this work to receive a prize, and it's not easy. A couple weeks ago, the last few weeks, there've been certain situations that we even had to deal with. Even before that, there was that thunderstorm, just all the rain like coming down. We had to like huddle up with umbrellas, like fucking like sub-zero weather. Like I remember like the other part of the camp, like we were in that shelter. It must have been like 20 below zero. It was like that camp was only like 15, 20 minutes, but we still went out there. Alright, but it was still like our like we could have succumbed to like hypothermia or some shit. Alright, but we still that's part of like what we had to deal with. Alright, and then there was a situation last week where someone like brandished like a firearm.
Yeah.
Alright, and the police came. Like they swarmed up like they were probably gonna like they could have like fucked with us as far as like you're on RTA property or things like that, or you're like being too loud and cussing at people, but writing us tickets or some shit. Alright, but like
money I ain't got.
Yeah.
Ain't got.
Yeah. So we got Matthew 19.
Matthew 19, verse 20. The young man said unto him. Matthew 19, verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have thereof? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily, I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, he also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone that have forsaken house, or brethren, or sister, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life.
Alright, so there's actually a reward, alright, for for like being in this knowledge. We're not like the Heavenly Father. He's actually going to reward us. Like first, like the first award is like actually being like spared from all this from all this hell that's about to break loose. All right, we're gonna be spared from the famine, the race riots, pestilence. Yeah, all right, that's the first reward. Then it's gonna be like the reward of the kingdom. All right, being that governing body, whether you're like of the elect or like the upper echelon, which is 144,000.
Right. So and then it say,
Shit.
verse 30. But the first shall be last, and the last shall be first.
All right, we'll get Matthew 13 and 45. Go to 46.
Hold on 1 second, y'all.